Welcome to the Marketing Bootcamp. I'm going to give everybody about 30 seconds to get online, make sure they know how to do the comments. Cool. So my promise to you is going to be you're going to learn something or you're going to be inspired from something today. I'll do my best to be super helpful. And if you get to the end of the presentation, you're like, I didn't learn a single thing, which is probably not going to be any of you. I will be here to answer your questions and answer any question you want. But I guarantee you're going to learn something or at least be inspired by something I say today. Now, what I can't promise you is that I'll stick to the slides. I won't go down rabbit holes, etc., because sometimes I get excited when I'm talking about this stuff, and maybe I'll get off on a tangent. But granted, it'll probably be helpful for you and educational, or maybe I'll skip through some of the slides. But overall, I will try to stick to the slides, and I'll try to stick to whatever I think is best as we go along here. This is live, unedited, and so let's go. All right, so Bootcamp Objectives. So just to set the frame of reference, like, as you know, boot camp is like a military term where it's really where you take someone off the street and you turn them into a someone who's not necessarily an expert. Like, boot camp is not meant to make you a sniper or a pilot or something like that. There's extra training for that. A boot camp is to take you off the street and get rid of all your not all, but get rid of your misconceptions, get rid of your bad habits, and like instill some discipline in you, give you some kind of like strategy and plan in life, and like really set you on the right course. And that's what this boot camp's here to do too. I'm here to take all your misconceptions away. I'm here to help you develop a marketing plan. That's really, excuse me guys, one minute. I'm going to grab a quick water while everybody's logging on, and then I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. I had to get a quick water. All right, so because I know I'm going to be talking a lot today, and I don't want to get dry mouth. All right, we're going to get rid of your misconceptions about marketing. I'm going to stop you from making a lot of the mistakes that I see people make all the time, and I want to prevent you from making those mistakes. And so let's jump into this. So I know you don't necessarily care about me, but I will tell you why you need to care about me, or at least how I can help you. And so I got into this industry. I was a military pilot, still am. I'm still a military pilot. And then I started looking into like marketing type of stuff. I was interested in that. And then my aunt, she happened to be a permanent makeup artist in Alabama, actually. And so we were at Easter dinner. She was talking to me about growing her business, how she like had posted on Facebook a few times and shared it on her personal Facebook, and she had gotten some bookings. And I was like, well, I've been studying this marketing stuff. Why don't you let me help you out? And within 2 months, she went from being booked up like around 2 days a week to she actually had to add an extra day, so she went 5 days a week, whereas her normal schedule had been 4 off and on. And so ever since then, I've been working with her. That was like 4 years ago now. She's doing great. She's booked up for months in advance all the time. And yeah, so, and since then it kind of spread like wildfire. I started helping some salons she was working with for a while. I was helping only salons. And then I got more into the permanent makeup industry. And then from there, I've worked with thousands of artists. We got some pictures here. We got me in my little plane. We got me speaking on stage at America the Beautiful in 2019. So that was fun. If you didn't attend America the Beautiful, I highly recommend going to the next one that's available. Here was all the speakers. We got Mr. Will Anthony, Jen Boyd. I went and saw them in Florida last year, Taryn Darling. And so, yeah, I've gotten to meet a lot of these cool artists, a lot of these trainers. It's been a really great experience in the industry. Okay, the reality is you spend a ton of time and a ton of money training, setting up your business, mastering your craft, making sure you can rent a room, getting all of that stuff squared away, which I totally have massive respect for because I see what you guys have to go through. I know how strenuous some of the training can be and how like learning how to do all the strokes or how to do your craft is very difficult. And so I have massive respect for that. But the reality is, a lot of times you get so busy and so caught up in that you get your studio, you get set up, and then you're like, where are my clients? And then, unfortunately, after spending all that time, money, effort, and energy, you don't really have any clients. I mean, you have maybe some family and friends, but then it's like, okay, how do I get more clients? How do I grow a business? Oh crap! Now I have to become basically a marketer if I want to be successful in this. And so I know what you guys go through. I see it all the time. I work with brand new artists all the time, and so I definitely understand where you're coming from. And even if you're not a new artist, even if you're watching this and you're a trainer, or you're getting into more advanced procedures, like all this stuff is super applicable for you, because I've seen lots of experienced trainers that don't even have a strategy like this. And so it's going to be very helpful for everyone. All right, so I wanted to share this quick story with you real quick, and talk about the cost of not finding a solution to your problem. And so what is everybody always asks me, like, how much is marketing? What is the cost of marketing? I want to talk to you about the cost of not marketing, because I mean, some of you are probably sitting there and you've already seen the cost of not marketing, because you've seen the lack of clients, and it's hard to put a number on it, because it's easy to track the money that's coming in because you write that down, but all the missed opportunities, all the appointments that haven't been booked, all the empty space on your calendar, are you keeping track of that? And so I had a permanent makeup artist the other day. She was talking to me and she was like, "Hey, right now I'm making $2,000 a month." And I was like, "Okay, what is your goal? Like in 6 months to a year, where do you see yourself, or where do you want to be?" And she said, "My goal is to get to $12,000 a month." And I said, "Okay, so $12,000 minus your current $2,000, that's a $10,000 difference." And so for every month she was not finding a solution to aka marketing. Every month she wasn't getting her marketing on point so that she could solve her problem and get clients in. It was costing her $10,000. And for those of you who know what I charge for marketing, that's a fraction. I charge a fraction of $10,000, like way smaller than that. And so, yeah, I mean, this is the cost. And I'm not saying, oh, you guys have to work with me. I'm just saying you need to get serious about your marketing. You need to come up with a plan, a strategy, and you need to be able to like really focus and figure out your process so that you're not missing out. Because I'm going to show you this process. There's going to be 9 steps to it. Every step that you're missing, which I'm sure a lot of you guys haven't even thought about a lot of these, for every step, you're probably missing on thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every single year from not, one, not really understanding it, and 2, not utilizing it. So I hope to change that today. I hope to be able to show you like this is the plan you should be using, and this is really how you do it. Cool. And I'm going to refresh my screen every now and then between slides to see if anyone has commented, to make sure my audio or something didn't go out. Let's see. I got my iPad pulled up here. Okay, cool. Looks like we got some comments going. That's great. So cool. So common misconceptions about marketing. So the first one is I need a big budget to advertise or run ads, and that's not true at all. I always tell people just start at what you can start, whether it's $2 a day or $5 a day. It's going to make a big difference, because the great thing about Facebook and Instagram is you can reach people you can reach thousands of people. Like the other day, I ran an ad for myself, and I forget the exact numbers. I think I reached like 2,000 people for like $1 or something. I was like, this is crazy, because like I was thinking about America the Beautiful conference. I was speaking in front of 150 people, and it felt like a lot of people, but it took me a lot of work and effort to get to that conference. Whereas for $2, I can run this video ad and reach thousands, like 10x amount of people. It's just, now granted, I know they're not as an engaged audience necessarily, but if you can learn how to hook them in and stuff, then it can be quickly. So yeah, advertising is a crazy good opportunity right now, especially after the coronavirus, because less businesses are advertising. And so you don't need a big budget. You don't have to pay someone thousands of dollars. You don't have to, like I used to work with a med spa who they did like, I think they paid their marketer like 10 grand a month, and then they ran like $30,000 a month in Facebook ads. But I mean, of course they were a 7-figure med spa, but I've got to see some pretty big marketing plans in there. And so, but you don't need that. Like if you're a small business owner, like $5 a day is more than enough for depending on your goal. All right. So the next misconception, I should wait until my business is doing good to get serious about marketing. I see this a lot. I kind of already alluded to it, but people are you guys tend to, you're like, okay, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to wait to I get some cash flow, and then I'm going to put that into maybe some marketing, and then the cash flow doesn't come, the rent bills go up, and then you realize like, oh crap, I need to get serious about this now, because like the bills are piling up and the clients are not coming in. And so don't wait. Like I always tell people, like, even if you're watching this now and you're going to open in 4 weeks, go ahead and start like getting serious about your marketing now. Build up your content, do advertising, like do things far in advance, because not every, and we're going to talk about that in the sales process, but not everything is instant. In fact, most things are not instant. All right, so this is another question I get is, should you market like Apple or other huge companies like Coca-Cola or Nike? And I mean, you can already see the answer on there, but no, you don't. Like totally different budgets and totally different strategies, because like companies like Apple and stuff, they're literally looking years in advance, and they're like, okay, we can spend $100 million on this brand awareness, and we're going to get, and we're not going to really track the results necessarily. I mean, yeah, they're going to track some stuff, but like we're going to put out these commercials, we're going to put out this stuff, and through this brand awareness over years, we're going to grow our company. And it works for them because they have millions of dollars to spend. If you have millions of dollars to spend on ads, that's great. Go for it. But that's why, like, when people are like, okay, I want to do, I just want to get people aware of me. While you are onto something there, I'm going to explain to you in the coming slides how you can get awareness and get bookings at the same time, so that you can really put your ad dollars or your marketing budget to good use. And so, no, you don't need to try to market like Apple. You don't need to hide behind a logo. Like, you don't, like, the Apple logo is there because the company's been around for 40, 50, whatever years, and they can spend millions of dollars. You don't have that luxury. And so I'm going to show you how, instead of using an Apple logo, how you can use your own personal brand and your business brand to really get results fast. And when I say fast, I'm not saying like you're going to 1 second. I'm talking about like less than years, like Apple or something. Yeah. And like I said on here, like your budget is like, your marketing budget is like a drop in the ocean. Like if you took a little dropper of water and put it in the ocean, like imagine how big the ocean is. That is your budget compared to a lot of companies, to be honest. Like I'm in some Facebook groups and Facebook ad groups, and people are always talking about spending like $10,000 a day on ads or $100,000 a day on ads. Like people spend ridiculous amounts of money on advertising, and I'm not saying you have to do that at all. In fact, I know that it wouldn't be practical at all. But I'm just saying, like, there are different levels of marketing strategies. And so don't just look at Apple, or don't just Google a marketing strategy and assume that that's right for you. And that's why I'm bringing you this boot camp, because I know it's right for you if you are a small business, because that's who I've been working with. I would say if you're doing less than like $10 million of revenue a year, then I can definitely help you. Anything more than that, I would refer you to a bigger company, because I don't feel like managing all that. But yeah, if you're doing less than $10 million a year, I can definitely help you. All right, so this is a really good analogy that I got out of a book recently, and I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense, because I see this all the time. So some people are hunters and some people are farmers. So which do you think you should be? I want to see in the comments below. Do you think you should be a hunter or a farmer? Hunter or farmer? I'm going to pull up these comments. All right, someone said farmer, hunter, farmer. And guys, if you're not seeing all the comments, some people are probably on YouTube, because I'm doing this through YouTube Live, so they probably clicked the link and they're probably on watching it on YouTube, which is fine. But then we also got the other comments in the actual course. All right, Maria says hunter. All right, so a hunter, let's talk about what they would do. They go out every single day. They hunt their prey. They sharpen their weapons. They're trying to find animals to kill so that they can feed their families. Like some days they find some days they don't. It's a lot of work. They're running all over the place. Sometimes they might have to travel for days. If you've ever seen any of those movies like 10,000 BC, they might have to travel for days just to find like a woolly mammoth or some kind of like food. It's tough business. It's hard. It's kind of unpredictable, because like sometimes you'll find an animal, sometimes you won't. Someone said farmer. All right, so what does a farmer do? A farmer has a very predictable schedule. They take their seeds, they put them in the ground, they water them, they nurture them, they let them grow, and then when the seeds, aka plants, are ready, they produce fruit, and the farmer can eat. They can put some of the food in storage. They can, have it for the winter season, and they're just really well off usually as long as you know what you're doing. So most business owners are hunters. They're like chasing clients. They're trying to find the next client. They're trying to find the next booking. They're kind of desperate. They're running themselves ragged. Whereas I'm trying to get you to the point where you're a farmer, where you're like, okay, I know I'm making good content. I know I'm nurturing my leads. I know I've got a good process, and I'm going to eat well this year. That's what I'm trying to get you to, is farmer instead of hunter, and I'm going to show you how to do that with this marketing plan.